It could be as simple as a software glitch, or there could be some sort of hardware issue which made that handoff not go smoothly.
They need to understand why.
Go.
Okay, I copy that.
Restart.
Yes, sir. I heard all that. Concur. Press on.
Press on.
All right, very good. MPDSP. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I need concurrence to GLS and that. Clear the hold, please.
What was the issue?
Very good. And GLS, you have concurrence. Go. Copy that. It's at work. Thank you. Let us know when that's complete.
Yeah, they don't have much time to work this, but it sounds like they may get there.
So it might have been in the category of the software glitch we were just talking about.
They have an alert.
They have another alert, it sounds like?
All right, guidance. Just a reminder for folks, our watch going back whole time is 3 minutes and 16 seconds.
All right, coming down to the wire here.
STS-135, FT12, we're ready to go. All right, very good. And launch director, with that cleanup, we're going to go ahead and proceed. Yes, sir, please do. All right, and all personnel, we are going to pick up the clock here momentarily. And GLS, you can resume the clock on your mark. Copy that. Countdown clock will resume on my mark. 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Mark.
Notice
Okay, counting down again.
They're going.
to Atlantis' computers has occurred. Nozzle steering check and work.
20.
Firing chain is armed.
15.
Go for main engine start. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. All 3 engines up and burning. 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. The final liftoff of Atlantis on the shoulders of the space shuttle. America will continue the dream.
Roger, roll, Atlantis. Houston now controlling the flight of Atlantis. The space shuttle spreads its wings one final time for the start of a sentimental journey into history. 24 seconds into the flight, roll program complete. Atlantis now heads down, wings level on the proper alignment for its 8.5-minute ride to orbit. 4.5 million pounds of hardware and humans taking aim on the International Space Station. 40 seconds into the flight, the 3 liquid fuel main engines throttling back to 72% of rated performance in the bucket, reducing stress on the shuttle as it goes transonic for the final time. Engines now revving up, standing by for the throttle up call. Atlantis, go and throttle up, no action, DPDT.
Go with throttle up, no action on DPDT.
That call from Capcom Barry Wilmore, a transducer, instrumentation only, no action required.
Let's talk about that. First of all, wow.
44
seconds and gone, baby. Wow. Into the clouds it went, and that was right down to the end.
Right
the shuttle gives you that nail-biting.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's watch it till SRB 7, then let's try to deconstruct what we've been listening to.
Standing by for solid rocket booster separation.
There's tail off. You can feel this tail off. It's pretty dramatic. There goes the SRBs.
Booster officer confirms staging a good solid rocket booster separation. Guidance now converging. The main engine steering the shuttle on a pinpoint path to its preliminary orbit. 2 minutes, 20 seconds into the flight. Atlantis already traveling 3,200 miles an hour, 35 miles in altitude, 50 miles downrange. The propulsion officer reports the orbital maneuvering system engines have ignited. Atlantis kicking on its afterburners for 1 minute, 23 seconds for the final phase of powered flight. Atlantis, 2-engine TOW.
2-engine TOW means?
That means with
That
2
call from
engines,
Capcom.
they can make the
Day,
tail
so
sign
in the event of contingency, you're in-plane.
230 on the ecal page. No comm VIs when you're ready to copy.
Okay, they're updating their,
230, go ahead.
updating
To
their pads.
ATO, 10.
International Space Station Sunday morning. coming up on the 5-minute mark.
It means 3.5 minutes till we have the separation, the main engine,
Atlantis
the
now
main engine
traveling
cut off and separation.
6,500 miles an hour, 66 miles in altitude, 250 miles downrange.
Atlantis, press to ATO.
Press the ATO.
That call indicating we can make minimal orbital
can make it to
targets in the
orbit?
event of an engine failure. All 3 engines continue to function normally. Atlantis will begin its slow roll to a heads-up position shortly.
Leroy, you've been moved by this.
Yeah. I'm Robbie Kearns. I'm from the Research Center at Atlantis.
5.5 minutes into the flight. Atlantis traveling 7,700 miles an hour, 315 miles downrange.
Atlantis, single engine, Ops 3.
What is Ops 3?
Ops 3 is landing software. So you know, they can if they lose 2 engines, they can still make it you know, transition to gliding flight.
When you do this roll maneuver, do you
Guidance
feel it?
officer here in
You don't
Mission
feel it.
Control
You don't feel it,
confirms
right?
that the computers are commanding the main engines to swivel.
104.
That's pretty sharp. See the tiles there?
Roll to a heads-up position
Trying to
now.
see if we see any
Better
damage at all or
communications.
anything. I didn't see any debris,
No,
did you?
I did not see any.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
So the Ops 3 call, Miles, is basically if you lose 2 engines, you can get into a stable gliding position, a situation to try to make a runway somewhere. And then you heard a few seconds later the single engine to Zaragoza means they can make the tail site.
All 3 main engines continue to function normally.
Buggy, go to plus X, go to pitch.
Less than 2 minutes till they are officially in space.
Go for the plus X, go for the pitch.
That call indicating that we will be in good shape for the orientation of Atlantis for external tank photography following main engine cutoff. Now 7 minutes into the flight. One minute, 20 seconds till main engine cutoff. Atlantis traveling 12,000 miles an hour. The main engines will soon be throttling down once again to limit the stress on the shuttle and its 4 crew members to that of 3 times the effective gravity. Atlantis currently traveling at a speed of more than 4 miles a second. 1 minute of powered flight remaining for Atlantis.
Yeah.
Need a cutter. Need a cutter.
He's got a leatherman tool there.
Ah, good man. Perfect. You want one?
3 good main engines, 3 good auxiliary power units, 3 good fuel cells. Approaching the 8-minute mark into the flight. Atlantis now traveling more than 15,000 miles an hour.
Guys, 30 seconds left.
Eight minutes, 15 seconds into the flight, standing by for main engine cutoff. That'll be followed a few seconds later by the separation of the external fuel tank.
Good.
I almost wonder if there'll be a cheer.
Booster officer confirms main engine cutoff. For the last time, the space shuttle's main engines have fallen silent as the shuttle slips into the final chapter of a storied 30-year adventure.
Rob Navius.
Navius is
Standing
in
by
rare
for
form
external
today,
fuel
isn't he?
It was a great line. It was a great line.
That was a great line.
He's good. He's good. There we go. That breathtaking shot. I see a little piece of debris floating around there. That means
Atlantis
nothing.
off the tank.
concern at that point.
Commander Chris Ferguson will be maneuvering Atlantis now into an orientation to enable Sandy Magnus to capture digital still imagery of the external fuel tank as it drifts away.
OMS 1 is not required. Your preliminary OMS 2 TIG, 37 minutes.
37 minutes, no OMS 1 required, thanks.